Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Aktukolu. Now it's Sané. Oh, well played, well played. Tierney. Now, can they get him away? And that's been... Shoots! So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think we're going to be seeing an awful lot of the player Pedro Neto because he's so quick and agile, and his ability to twist and turn at top speed really does give him the edge in those crowded areas. I think he'll be his team's go-to guy when they're looking to counter too.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's a key interception. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tierney. And it's Tukure. Eva Nielsen. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Barrero.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, crazy! Oh, it rattles the bar! Has another go! Goal! Lille! And it's Lille who take the lead. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Lille have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
Manchester are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
And the shot! Love Eva Nielsen! Aktukolu. Diaz. Skamaka. That's going wide left. Aktukolu has it out wide and in space. Pass is just off target. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Skamaka! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Now it's Aktukolu. Can he get on the end of this? Brilliantly cut out. Quality ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a pretty loose pass. Barrero, and he was quick to react. Pedro Neto. 30 minutes gone. And Diaz. Diaz charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Kolu looking understandably energised after his goal. Eva Nielsen, that's a dangerous ball. Eva Nielsen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's going to go a long way. That'll be a throw-in. Pedro Neto. Searching pass he's played there. Nouri.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Diaz chasing after it. That has ended up in no man's land. Mount. That's Duro. Diaz. That's the keeper's ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. What a throw in.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Diaz. Duro. Now this could be a chance. That's an excellent interception. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Back underway then.
Manchester can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Mount. Diaz. And it's Tucore. Mount. Barrero.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Duro. And they're quick to get it back. Diaz. And it's Tierney. Oh, nice one too, very nice. It's a good spell of possession, this. Sane. And that's going right the way across. It's played through for him. Look at the space here. Big chance! And that is wildly off target. And they win it back again. Lille chasing the game, trailing by one. Mount, and it's Tierney. Oh, red, nice interception. Antonio Silva. Scamacca. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Couto. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Couto is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. He's picked his way through. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Sané. Shot, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution on the field.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 8, Mason Mount. Coming on the field, number 7, Paixão.
He's rising!
Number 13,
Oh, crossbar!
Gomes.
And he's quick to get rid. Paixão. Diaz. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, they've got it again. Barreiro. Looking to... Tries a shot! It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence.
Substitution on the field. Number 63.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Coming on the field is number 2. Substitution in progress.
And that has left him in a heap. Decore calmly anticipates. Diaz. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. Politano has it in a wide position. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. In once more. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Lille clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance for a shot! And he's there to belt it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Looking for options for movement. Nice interception, well timed.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And he's worked it through. Diaz. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, this could be it, past something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And he shoots! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, can he get onto this? Shapes to shoot! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. 2 fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Couto. Paixão going after that. No, that's been intercepted. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Oh, that's fabulous. Politano. And now the breakaway. Couto. And that signals the end. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Volunteers for each block, please report.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about. I don't think it was by design the game ended this way. A listless loss and unconvincing win, depending on which perspective you want to look at it from.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.